It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Tennessee Titans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now, because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Levis looking to throw. That's dumped off to Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Levis on third down. And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Now on fourth down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss? Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Williams to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 2nd down, Swift. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. 46 yards for DeAndre Swift. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Back to throw, it's Levis. That is caught. And he will have a Titans 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Levis. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Run for Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Levis sets up to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw. Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
7th play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Williams. Oh, he stays up. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to get get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, and they go with Swift again. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! DJ Moore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, Levis. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll go down at the 28. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. First and 10, here's Levis. And it's a Titans touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 28 yards. And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Williams. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Williams, little short pass. This is Everett, and he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll start with the option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Williams. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Once again, it's Swift. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Holding. Offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a give, right side, Swift. A beautiful fake. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Williams on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Bears. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Bears had 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. 1st and 10, it's Levis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Levis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll roll him out right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Here's Williams to throw on second down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Titans take over first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A give to Pollard running left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Complete at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day back now in Nashville. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Williams. He's got Allen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The second down. Knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Play action now. Levis. He's got this complete to Ridley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That third down conversion good for 23. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Levis to throw off play action. Steps away. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, anytime something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Toward the end zone. Lined up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given them a lot to think about.
That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. Levis will try to throw for the 2. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the 4th quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. 3 points points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
So Levis and the Titans now down 24-21, a minute 13 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
And this is one of those got-to-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Pollard going to try the right side. And into the end zone for Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return. And they've taken the lead. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not at a premium here. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Levis. He'll buy some time right. Oh, and that should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Levis.
Excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Gets it to Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That's caught inside the 20. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And the Titans are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Okay, ready?
This is first and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.